Right folks, this is a bit of a different one for me, as it's like the usual suspects here, with a lineup of figures. I found the zero for the win today. Right, what we've got going on here is all different manufacturers of figures that I've currently got, from 28mm at the back, down to 20mm / 1/64 scale at the front. Chucked in Elvis, with the rider as an example for scale with Hot Wheels stuff. I'll jiggle these around in between, but let's use something as a pointer. We've got a pink brush, there we go. So from the right hand side here, we've got one of the North Star Mad Max figures, and we've got another North Star like the corporate team figure, Devil's Run Route 666 Reaper figure, one of the awesome 3D printable figures from Mike Tung. I'll link to his Patreon, etc. down below. Then we've got an Elheim Mad Max, an Elheim Warboy, a Dice Mechanic Games figure. And then in the back row, we've got a Spectre Ops figure. Then we've got a North Star / Mark Copperstone Castings Warboy limited one. I only did about 20 of those. That's cool. Then we've got a Walking Dead All Out War figure, Bolt Action figure, and an Anvil Industries figure. I put the 28mm figures in there just as an example of scale and size. As you can see, they're a lot bigger than the 20mm / 1/64. There's only going to be a really short video. Quite liking these short videos at the moment. Really just to show scale. Oh, and that's my Dice Mechanic Games figure. 20mm on a slightly smaller base, which I've only got that small base. I think I've used a penny or a 5p. No, it is a small base. I think it came with him then. So the bases I've used on all of these 20mm ones are from Spectre Ops. That's what I base all my Spectre Ops figures on. I used these just as based them all on the same base, because I thought I had more of these small ones, but I don't. So you can see already two figures in the same scale, move them over a bit, are already out of height size. He's sort of crouched over a bit anyway, so it slews the scale. But these slightly bigger bases, they're thicker than a penny. Obviously some of these have got bits on the base that you could be able to stand them up on. Devil's Run stuff doesn't come with a base, and stuff like the North Star stuff, the base is a little bit thin. So that's a bit of a pain. Let me just zoom in a sec and pan. Whee. Bear in mind I'm using blue tack to hold this up. So the Dice Mechanic Games figures, those two are the same scale, those two on the left hand side of the screen, just the way they're standing, flying them out. Now with the Elheim stuff, I've seen there's like Max is quite a lot bigger than the Warboy. He's bulkier, he's slightly taller in the shoulders, almost another head higher. Mike Tung stuff, which is 3D printable, I actually got that from him, from his eBay store. So he did a limited run of printed stuff. It is a decent scale. He looks a bit like Wes from Mad Max 2, the Road Warrior. And obviously we've got one of the Devil's Run figures. They're super brittle, but where else are you going to get a Reaper sort of style figure? Then we've got a corporate team figure, and then Max again on the side. The two Maxes there, the Elheim and the North Star, are pretty similar in scale, and there's very little difference size wise. I've got a load of Elheim stuff. I've got multiple figures from all of these manufacturers, but yeah, they seem to scale pretty well. So when people ask, and people ask a lot on the forums, and sometimes in message, what scale figures do you use? I use these figures, so they're all scaled for 20mm. But that's foot to eye height, so obviously me adding an extra base has made them all taller than this one. Pointy stick. Oh, with my fat finger. So obviously the Dice Mechanic Games figure here, because he's not on one of those bases, he's already at a disadvantage. If I wallop one of those bases down, you'd bump him up a bit and he'd be the same sort of height. So they're nowhere near 28mm. If I put them side by side, put this Warboy there, and even if they were on the same height base, there's no way you could pass with 28mm for being the right size for Hot Wheels. With a Hot Wheels car in it. Just have a little juggle, 1 second. He's huge in comparison. Completely huge. I am literally using a piece of blue tack to hold my phone up at the moment. My tripod, it's a scale thing, it's a size thing. But yeah, so that's it really. They're the figures that I recommend, and they're the figures that I use, whether it was crew in the back of a vehicle or loose. Like Viv is here, he's always loose, my little good luck charm. They tend to be within that sort of scale range. Even if you look at something like one of the 3D printable, that's not really too base actually, one of the 3D printable, it doesn't matter, one of the 3D printable Anvil Industry figures, they're far too big at 28mm to scale up with these, so it's 20mm all the way. I'll link to all these manufacturers in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone next time.